Good morning to all the Namibian learners out there. My name is Ngamendunge Namwandi and I'll be your English teacher for today. In my class I have Chanel. Chanel, good morning. Good morning. I hope that you're ready for today's lesson. But before we do that, we are going to take our hand sanitizer. We are going to sanitize our hands. In and out, in between your fingers. Okay, after that, Chanel, we are going to straighten our arms just to see if there is a social distance. Okay, so today's lesson will be about common nouns and proper nouns. But before we do that, I quickly just want to explain what a noun is. Right. Chanel, what is a noun? A noun is a naming word. It is what it is today because it was given a name. Right. Now, let us turn on page 3. Chanel, turn on page 3. Well, we are going to look at common nouns. What is a common noun? Chanel, do you know what a common noun is? Okay, a common noun is a name that we give to ordinary objects. Right, now, I want you to look around wherever you are seated. I want you to look around and please mention all the names of things that you can see. I'm sure you're going to mention on the board. Look on the board. You are going to mention a pen, a book, a TV, a table, and a man. Now, you have mentioned these things because you are working with them. Right, now I want you to look in your book again on page 3. In your book on page 3, you can see that we are given some few examples of common nouns. Chanel, can you see them? Okay, we have man, we have mountain, we have region, we have country, mouse, city, day, movie, newspaper, language. Now, those are the few examples of the common nouns that we have. Now, remember, we do not start a common noun with a capital letter unless it starts a sentence. Okay, I want you to look on page 4. On page 4, there is an activity that you're going to do. Okay, I am not going to go through it. We are going to move on to page 5. Now, on page 5, we are going to see, or we are going to look at the proper nouns. Now, Chanel, what is a proper noun? A proper noun, these are names or specific names given to specific people, places, days of the week, and months of the year. I want you to look on the chalkboard. Now, on the chalkboard, you can see that I have written different names, okay? Now, remember that proper nouns are always written in capital letter. You must always capitalize the names of people, the names of places, the names of the week. You must always capitalize them. Now, on the chalkboard, you can see that I have written few examples of the proper nouns. I have Nependa and Nependa is a name of a person. And you can see that Nependa is written with a capital letter. Can you see that? Yes, I hope you can see that. Alright, we also have Windhoek. Windhoek is also a name of a place and it's written with a capital letter. We have Saturday. Chanel, can you see that? Can you see Saturday? Can you see that Saturday is written with the capital letters? Yes, she can see that. Alright, we also have the name of the shop. I'm sure everybody knows this name, ShopRite. You can also see that it's written with the capital letter. Chanel, can you see commas? In which region are we? We are in commas region. So it must be written with the capital letter. Mickey Mouse. We all love Mickey Mouse. Now, this is the name of a mouse, so it must be written with a capital letter. Chanel, do you understand that one? Do you have any question? I'm going to leave you with an activity to do. Now, in your booklet on page 4, you are going to do activity 1 on common nouns. Let us move on to page 5. On page 5, you are going to do an activity on proper nouns. So that means you are going to do activity 2. Moving on to page 6. I want you to do activity 3 on page 6. On page 7, you have your memorandum for activity 1, activity 2, and activity 3. I hope that you have paid attention and that you are going to do your work. And please remember, don't cheat. Do not cheat. Now, we are going to take our hand sanitizer and sanitize our hands for the last time. Chanel, are you with me? Okay, in and out between your fingers. Okay, and please remember to keep the social distance. Zoshi, where are you? Okay, have a wonderful day and goodbye.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshi. And make sure to always make a helicopter circle, stretching your arms out and spinning around like me. And make sure you're not touching anyone while doing this. Goodbye!
Every morning I leave home not knowing if it's the last time I say goodbye to my mommy. On my way to school, I see a lot of drivers who do not follow the rules of the road. Some are distracted and others make poor choices that could take my life. I stop, I look, I listen before crossing, and even encourage my friends to do the same. But do you know that if you hit me at more than 60 kilometers per hour, there is a 80% chance I don't survive. I only stand a chance if you, the driver, drives at the right speed, which is less than 40 kilometers per hour around the school area. Do the right thing and save lives.
This message was brought to you by the National Road Safety Council.
Good morning to all the Namibian learners out there. I'm back again. My name is Ngamendunge Namwandi, and I'll be your English teacher for today. In my class, I have Chanel. Chanel, good morning and welcome back. I hope that you're ready for today's lesson, but before we do that, we are going to take our hand sanitizer, sanitize our hands, in and out, in between our fingers, straighten our arms, just to see if we are practicing the social distance. Today's topic will be about abstract nouns and collective nouns. So I want you to look on the board. Shanae, look on the board. How does this dog feel? Well, as you can see, the dog is carrying the heart. So this dog feels love. Alright, so today's lesson, we are going to talk about abstract noun. What is an abstract noun, Chanel? An abstract noun is something that we cannot see, touch. It is often a feeling or an emotion. What did I just say? I said an abstract noun, it is something that we cannot see, touch. It is often a feeling or an emotion. Now, in your book, Chanel, on page 16, we are going to look at the few examples of abstract nouns. Right. Now, the few examples of abstract nouns are anger, shock, sorrow, upset, pleasure, fear. Chanel, do you have some examples? I guess those are the few examples that we have for abstract nouns. Do you have any questions, Chanel? Okay, no question. We are going to move on to collective nouns. Chanel, what is a collective noun? A collective noun is a name we give to a group of people, a name we give to a group of animals, and a name we give to a group of objects. Now, we are going to look on our page, on page 16. You can see there are examples of collective nouns. Now, instead of saying the kitten and the kitten and the kitten and the kitten, we say a litter of kittens. Chanel, do you have few examples of collective nouns? Well, I have few examples of collective nouns. For example, a flight of stairs, a school of fish, a pride of lions. Let us look on our page 16 on the few examples of collective nouns. As you can see, it's written there. Here are some examples of collective nouns. I've already mentioned some, so you can see a forest of trees, a litter of puppies, a herd of cattle, a bench of dough, a group of people. So those are the few examples of collective nouns. Chanel, do you have any question? No question. We have learnt about abstract nouns and collective nouns. Chanel, can you still remember what an abstract noun and the collective noun is? Yes, she can still remember what an abstract noun is and a collective noun. Before we finish with our lesson for today, I am going to leave you with an activity to do. On page 17, we are going to do activity 1 on abstract noun. Moving on to page 18. On page 18, we are going to do activity 2 on collective nouns. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to match the collective nouns to the phrases that should follow. Moving on to page 19, we are going to do activity 3. On activity 3, you are going to find the collective nouns in the sentences and underline them. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to find the collective nouns in the sentences and underline them. Moving on to activity 4. Activity 4 is abstract nouns. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to underline all the abstract nouns in the following sentence. On page 20, you'll have your memorandum for the activity I have given you. And on page 21, you'll have the last memorandum for the activity I have given you. I hope that you have listened attentively and that you are going to do your work. And please remember to always wash your hands. Chanel, we are going to take our hand sanitizer, sanitize our hands, rub them in and out, in between our fingers. There we go. Well, thank you, Chanel. Zoshi, where are you? There comes Zoshi. Have a blessed day. Goodbye.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshi. And make sure to always make a helicopter circle, stretching your arms out and spinning around like me. And make sure you're not touching anyone while doing this. Goodbye.
Namibia is known for its beautiful wide open landscapes. However, these deserted spaces also pose numerous educational challenges in our country's rural areas. Because of this, many learners are denied access to proper teaching and learning. At EduVision, we believe that education is the starting point to a journey of endless possibilities.
Soon and very soon, we are going to see e-learning. Soon and very soon, we are going to.
The plan for EduVision was to identify areas in Namibia that do not have the proper learning resources, a working school or an education center.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see e-learning. No more.
My name is Philip Smith. I'm the principal of Educate Academy in Otjiwarongo. The project EduVision, the e-learning program, started in 2017. With a project like this, obviously telecommunication, internet connection is a major thing that needs to be sorted out, a logistical challenge. And the fact that we chose Chunkwe Secondary School as the first school didn't make it easier for ourselves. It's very far from Otjiwarongo, it's far from Buntuk. So the internet connection was a big challenge first of all. So with the help of the telecommunications expert Paratus, they made this dream come true with internet connections via Buntuk, Otjiwarongo to Chunkwe and then back, the whole process. Like I said, it's interactive whiteboard, so the internet speed, capacity of the connectivity and so forth plays a major role. And so Paratus made this dream come true, and they were on board from the first moment. So very grateful for Paratus.
The project offers teaching assistance of a high standard in science to rural secondary schools within the learner's own community by means of e-learning. This entails the following: live transmissions of lessons from an equipped teacher in a different location to the students in rural areas, students using their own cell phone, tablet or computer to recall each lesson, and interactive lessons, as well as the use of a smartboard as a teaching aid.
So if you look ahead at the next 3 years, we get information from the Ministry of Education. The future is very bright. So I think there's a lot of schools who can benefit from this program. Like I mentioned before, finances obviously plays a major role in a project like this. So we're very thankful for all the sponsors that are on board and still on board after almost 3 years of the project. So as long as people from the private sector can get involved, I think we can reach many schools in Namibia, because this project made a good start now. We're already seeing some positive results, and we can just call on all the private sector corporate sponsors to come on board and join in this very, very positive project.
It is EduVision's goal to prepare and guide learners in order to make the modern world they are living in accessible to all.
My name is Magdalena Nyoma. I'm 18 years old and I'm doing my first year at UNAM Commando campus, and I completed my grade 12 at Tsungwe Senior Secondary School. I'm doing education, so I'm gonna teach at Tsungwe Secondary School because there, I really need to go there and motivate the learners. Eduvision helped me a lot. It assisted us in teaching for mathematics, physical science, and biology. And it also, we get to exchange learning from other schools like Educate, whereby they teach us, and that's the most thing that we benefited from. Studying without Eduvision was so challenging, and when Eduvision was introduced at our school, things become more easier. The time where Eduvision was not introduced, we were so slow in learning, and when Eduvision introduced at our school, my learning speed increases. Things were kind of boring, and when Eduvision came, my mind changed the way I think. I'm really grateful for what Eduvision gave us. Our class of 2019 was the first group to make it to perform very well at Sunko Senior Secondary School. So it should keep up the spirit. We need that. It should continue to support us.
Eduvision aspires to ensure that equal